Good morning, I am Andrea Ferrari. I'm a pediatric oncologist working in Milan, and I have to start to say that it's a great pleasure to be here to tell you about our activity with young people, the science behind the fun. And I have to thank the organizer for the invitation, but also for this really nice treatment. My presentation will be on the smileys and the words of our boys and girls of the Youth Project, the program born 10 years ago for AYA, with the idea to deal not only with our diseases, but with the life of our patients, with the double goals of improving the quality of care, thinking, for example, to the access to clinical protocols, but also improving the quality of life of patients within this particular age group, creating dedicated space and project. In these years, we have learned a lot from them, and we always wondered how we could respond to the needs of AYA with cancer. But then we've learned that we should ask ourselves if we really know what are their needs. We've learned how it's important to let them be the ones who tell us their needs. And so we have learned that our patients have the need and the right, of course, to receive the best possible treatment. Have the needs to have physicians that know that treating adolescents with cancers is very different from treating cancer in adolescents. And I like this figure that show that each young patient is not only their disease, but also their passion, their friends, their family, career, love, and so on. AYA patients have the need of shut their fury, their hunger, but also the need to smile at life. AYA patients have the need to overcome their limits and to play football with their friends. AYA patients have the need to be serious when this is needed, and the need to be superheroes with super fragilities. The need to think about their future, not only a future related to the date of the next cycle of chemo, and the need to follow their dream. AYA patients have the need to sing their songs, and in this song, they need to remember the world companions who were lost during the journey. Our patients have the need to protect their privacy, to protect their space, physical and mental. They need to search for their happiness and their beauty, and of course, they need to search for love. And so one of the distinct features of the Youth Project are the creative and artistic activity that over the years involved music, photography, fashion, novel writing, video production, and offer to our patients novel means of expression, and meanwhile giving the medical staff easier access to their AYA patient world. This project were able to achieve various goals. First, they gave our patient an opportunity to get together and share the difficult time of their treatment with other young people that were living the same experience. Patients that were receiving treatment together with those that have completed their course of therapy. And this was a great value for both, for the first ones as a positive example to see, for the second ones as a bridge from life during treatment and life after death. So a sort of hideout. This project gave our patients an opportunity to live moments of normality, reminding them that before being a patient with cancer, they are teenagers, and find a sense of lightheartedness even in the middle of their hospital course and stays. This project gave them an opportunity to feel important working with professionals in such a critical time of their lives when their self-esteem might be deeply damaged. Then the opportunity to regain a sense of future and longer-term planning, working on a project expected to take several months. And this is of extreme value since cancer obliges our patients to abandon any plans for future. And we know how their time horizon shrink to the day they will be discharged from the hospital or the day to start the next cycle of therapy and so on. This project gave our patient an opportunity to express themselves, to freely voice their feelings, open fears, and we are learning how talking about their disease is of importance in the process of elaboration of the trauma of cancer diagnosis in order to find the inner resources to answer to the question, why me? And for us as doctors, this project opened a precious window on the inner world of our young patients to know what they are really thinking and feeling directly from their own words as a complement of conventional methods of providing psychosocial support. And then the project gave patients opportunity to talk to the community and to mass media, so to be testimonial working side by side with us in programs designed to draw attention to the clinical problem of AYA with cancer. And finally, I would like to show how this project became scientific literature. with a well-defined methodology aiming to put AYA and their needs under spotlight, with the goal to disseminate a model of care to share it within the international scientific community. Each creative project became a scientific paper with the words of our patients and their pictures. And so first, the project on facial collection 10 years ago on creating beauty, beautiful things based on our own senses, as Elisa said. Then the first project of music, Cloud of Oxygen, published on JCO, with Eleonora speaking about the clear horizon she sees from a mountaintop where she feels the freedom after a time of darkness. The graphic novel Loop, There's No Going Back, a story about superheroes written by our patients who created their own characters and their special powers, like Super Mike, created by Ricardo, that is incredibly strong and recover instantaneously whenever he's hurt. Then the photographic project Searching for Happiness, where each patient tried to explain through images what happiness means to him or her, and in this particular time in their life, and what gave them strength to fight their disease and keep smiling. Then the song Christmas Ball, again music, that became an incredible viral success in Italy with more than 50 million views on the web. And the song is characterized sang in many Italian schools instead of a classic song as White Christmas or Jingle Bells during the Christmas period. Another project of photography, What Shall I Do When I Grow Up? A project on the future and on the dreams of our patients. And again, a music project, the song Summer Is You, Rain Dancing in Reverse, when Martina says, we will travel at night so that when you ask me where we are going, I can promise there will be sunshine. Automorial, that was a quite complicated project, more than 1 year of work, to produce a series of video tutorials made by our patients, a kind of survival handbook for the young cancer patients, something like a little trick to survive. Or again, published on Lancet Oncology, the story of another facial collection with short and t-shirt, and the design of the new logo of the youth project, Youth. For Condomini, where the young patients of the Youth project talk about their social isolation, talk about how they can feel lonely even while being surrounded by people who want to give them affection, as Mary told us. Another photographic project, Looking Outside to Look Within, developed during the pandemic and the lockdown. And more recently, the podcast based on a true story, a project that was based on audio recording and focusing on the theme of the journey, intended as a holiday or an adventure, or also as a metaphor of the cancer experience. With Georgia telling us, I emptied the suitcase, I took out all the clothes for dancing, and I filled it instead with strength, hope, patience, courage, and determination, and a lot of pajamas. And I looked in the mirror and said to myself, now it is up to you. And finally, the current project on Magic, a project that started with the personalized playing cards made entirely by our young cancer patient, with the kings receiving chemo, the queens wearing bandanas, the jacks dressed as nurses, and the jokers as doctors. And to conclude, I think that we, as doctors, should find a new way of engagement with young people with cancer. Everyone can find his own way. However, I strongly believe that there comes a time when clinical trials are not enough. There are other things, hidden smiles and love, eyes brimming with tears, eyes that make contact, silences, or the touch of a hand, or little lies and tremendous truths that we cannot leave to others, like nurses or psychologists, for example. And this is Camilla, that during a big assembly in our institute, in front of 300 physicians and researchers, said, the Youth project gave me the opportunity to make a friend of my fears. And we have even had a lot of fun, but we need to understand that this is science. This is science of the soul. And so, thank you for the attention. Thank you for the invitation. And this is Martina that reminded me to conclude my speech.